The Penguin, the new show taking place in Matt Reeves' The Batman universe, has finally arrived. The show where we will follow Colin Farrell's The Penguin after a week of the events of The Batman, where he will work his way into taking over the Falcone family after the death of Carmine Falcone. Alright, so I at first wasn't really excited for this show when it was announced. I thought that the Matt Reeves' Batman, I thought it was cool, and I walked away feeling a lot more positive about it than I thought I was going to. But with the DCU being on such sketchy ground and the announcement that we would eventually get another Batman within James Gunn's universe, I found it hard to really care about this story and this universe and what was going on in their more grounded approach. That is until we got the trailer and my hype level spiked. So here we are. And I will say that Colin Farrell's performance as the Penguin in the Batman was magnificent. And the Mafia vibe that they're going for in this show helped a lot to gain my interest. And with only one episode out on Max right now, I have to say, I really like what they are doing. From the production quality to the performances, not just by Colin Farrell, but by Christine Milioti and Renzi Felice. And the story that we're going with also makes me excited to see how this is all going to play out and the adventure that we are about to see Oswald go on. So starting off with the production of the show, tone and atmosphere. I was really impressed to see that this show feels perfectly in line with the world of the Batman movie. A lot of times when you make a spin-off of a movie, the production feels a little bit cheaper. You can tell, the sets look like sets. Overall, the product a lot of the times just feels cheaper, and that is not the case with this show. The sets didn't feel cheap at all. The world felt like the world. It was very immersive. It felt like a movie quality production, and that does a lot for me. It has the same gritty feeling that Gotham had in the movie, if not more, because of the flood, the events of the Batman movie. Now Gotham is almost in worse condition than it was before. And truthfully, I don't think that we've had a version of Gotham that I didn't like. And this version just adds to that list. For this grounded and realistic approach that they're taking with this world, I think that this fits perfectly. Gotham feels like a real city. And most importantly, it still feels like Gotham. Talking about the performances that were given in this show, we have to talk about Colin Farrell and the way that he does things and the way that he looks as the Penguin. It still amazes me just how good the makeup and prosthetics look on him to really make him look like something different, because if you never told me that this was Colin Farrell in this role, I would have never even thought to guess that. He looks so unrecognizable, it is ridiculous. And that mixed with his whole demeanor, the way that he talks, his cadence, he just really embodies this character and does a great job doing it. From his voice to, like I said, his cadence, to his facial expressions and his mannerisms, he's really into this character. And I think that even though this is somewhat of a different take on the character, he still feels very much so like the Oswald that we all know. He's smart, he's scheming, he's impulsive, but he's also a coward. He's also willing to throw anybody under the bus to get himself ahead. And he's a mama's boy. Classic Oswald. Now, Christine Milioti, I think she steals the show. Because let me say this, I have only ever known Christine Milioti from How I Met Your Mother in the last season. And even then, I liked her. And I definitely caught like a crazy-ish type of vibe from her. But seeing her now as Sophia Falcone, the serial killer daughter of Carmine, she does phenomenally. I really enjoyed her performance in this character, who is recently released from Arkham Asylum, and the kind of calm and collective, wide-eyed, intense vibe she gives off works really well. And then she decides to let loose a bit, and she shows that other side of this character, and she just does it so well. I'm not even lying to you, she may be my favorite part of this first episode. Another character that I enjoyed was Renzi Felice as Victor Aguilar, and I really like this addition. He's a kid that has lost his family in the flood from the events of the Batman, and now he's a street kid with really bad luck and has essentially become Penguin's partner. And I love that aspect and their little dynamic that's going on, with almost this mentor to student type of vibe going on.
I just sit tight, maybe look for your sense of humor. It's gotta be here somewhere.
But I wouldn't put it past Oswald to turn his back on him as well. The overall story of this show and the little plot points that we get, I think are going to make for a very fun time as we get deeper into this series. With Penguin now placing the death of Alberto Falcone on Salvatore Maroni and kind of starting this gang war now, and Sophia Falcone being so hell-bent on her revenge, to Penguin in the background trying to scheme his way to take the family from underneath Sophia, and even seeing Vic climb up the ranks and become a bit more important as his time goes on. I think that we're in for a crazy ride. I don't know if everything is going to be settled by the end of the season, but I'm I'm definitely here for what we're getting into. The first episode of The Penguin I thought was a very strong start, and it immediately captured my attention. And like I said, I'm really excited to see how this all falls out, how it even maybe plays into the Batman 2 when that movie does release. So at least talking for right now, I'm all in. If you did enjoy the Batman, I think you will definitely enjoy this show and the vibe that they're going with. I would love to see Sophia Falcone play a deeper role, maybe in one of the movies. If not the second one, then maybe a third one. I know that they're planning kind of a trilogy, but who knows? By then, Penguin might have taken over the family, so that'd be interesting to see. But for now, that's really all I got on the first episode of The Penguin on Max. If you have seen it, let me know what you thought about it, how you're feeling about it, where you think that this is gonna go. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing? Get on it now. I want to thank you so much for taking your time to come over here and watch me talk about The Penguin. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button and push it out a little bit. It helps out the channel and I appreciate that, so thank you. And if you would, consider subscribing to the channel so you can stay updated with any of the videos that get posted from here on. But y'all know how it goes, man. I appreciate you. Y'all stay smooth. I'm out, and stay geeked up.